Hello, welcome to Shakespeare from Little Dreamers.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Gigi.
And this is her co-host Hudson.
And we are so excited to bring you chapter 4 tonight of our Romeo and Juliet story. But before we start chapter 4, Hudson, can you remind us a little bit about what happened in chapter 3?
Yes. They met at the secret beach. They decided to be friends after they traded the expensive special items. Romeo had a pebble, and Juliet gave him a flower. And Romeo gave Juliet his pebble. So because Juliet knew he wouldn't just like rock, and then they decided to be friends.
Thank you, Hudson. And tonight in chapter 4, Romeo and Juliet spend a day in the busy town of Verona, and they discover something very special together. But before we get into the story, it's time for our
Word of the day.
Hudson, what is our word of the day?
Our word of the day is sharing.
That's right, Hudson. Our word of the day is sharing. Sharing means letting someone else enjoy something with you. Your time, your ideas, or even a small treasure. Sharing helps friendships grow stronger and warmer. As you listen to the story, see if you can hear our word of the day, sharing. When you hear it, you can smile or wiggle your fingers quietly or even touch your nose.
Boop, 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 boop.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's begin.
Yes, let's begin.
The next morning, after Romeo and Juliet left the secret garden and decided to be friends, Verona woke up feeling bright and cheerful. The sun warmed the stone streets, and bells rang softly in the distance. It was market day, a day when people gathered to sell fruit, play music, tell stories, and smile at one another.
Yes.
Romeo walked through the market with Mercutio by his side.
Yes.
Do you remember who Mercutio is, Hudson?
He's Romeo's best friend.
That's right.
But then Julia becomes his best next friend.
Well, let's see what happens. Mercutio is by Romeo's side. He carried the small flower Juliet had given him, tucked safely in his pocket. Mercutio noticed Romeo's smile. "You look happy today," he said. Romeo nodded. "I feel happy." Across the market, Juliet walked with her nurse. Juliet held the smooth pebble Romeo had shared with her, turning it gently in her hand as it sparkled in the sunlight. The nurse smiled. "Something tells me your heart is full." Juliet nodded. "It is." The market was full of wonderful things. Bright scarves fluttered in the breeze. Wooden flutes played soft songs. Baskets overflowed with apples and bread that smelled warm and sweet.
And people like those stuff.
Do you like apples?
Yeah!
You love apples.
And except when they're sour.
Then, near the edge of the square, Romeo and Juliet saw each other. When they saw each other, they simply smiled. The same calm, trusting smiles they had shared on the hidden garden bench. Mercutio and the nurse noticed too. They stood nearby watching kindly, giving the moment space. Romeo and Juliet walked together through the market side by side. They stopped at a small wooden toy stand. An old toy maker carefully placed two small figures on the table. A tiny wooden bird and a little wooden lion. These were carved from the very same piece of wood the toy maker said. Different shapes, but they belong together. Romeo held the bird. Juliet held the lion. Juliet smiled. They are different. Romeo nodded. But they come from the same place. They looked at each other and felt that warm, gentle feeling again. The feeling of sharing something meaningful. Touch your nose. Without a word, they traded. Juliet placed the lion in Romeo's hand. Romeo placed the bird in Juliet's palm. Mercutio smiled. The nurse placed a hand over her heart. They continued through the market, talking about simple things, music they liked, places they wanted to explore, and favorite quiet spots to sit and think. As the sun began to lower, the market slowly grew calm. People packed up their stalls. Music softened. Romeo and Juliet stood together for a moment longer. I'm glad we shared today, Juliet said. So am I, Romeo replied. When it was time to go, they waved goodbye. They weren't sad. They were happy they got to spend the day together. They walked away holding their wooden treasures, knowing that even in a busy world, they could find moments of kindness, trust, and sharing. And somewhere deep inside, they both felt grateful for friends, for understanding grown-ups, and for a friendship that felt safe and true. And now, let's get our bodies and minds ready for rest. It is time for our closing meditation and affirmations. Take a slow breath in and slowly let it out. Think about our word of the day, sharing.
I like to share my gecko.
Think about something you like to share. A smile, a toy, a story, or a kind feeling.
Ooh, I like to share kind feelings a lot.
Relax your shoulders. Soften your face. Hudson will repeat after me, and you can say the affirmations with him, either aloud or quietly in your mind. I am kind.
I am kind.
I enjoy sharing.
I enjoy sharing.
My heart is open.
My heart is open.
My friendships are gentle and safe.
My friendships are gentle and safe.
I am calm.
I am calm.
And I am ready for peaceful dreams.
I am ready for peaceful dreams.
Take one more slow breath in and out. Now tell your grown-up good night. Get cozy and let your wonderful mind rest.
Sleep tight.
In Chapter 5, Romeo and Juliet will discover that families don't always agree, and that understanding can help hearts stay kind. See you next time.